I usually buy a scratch off here and there from this gas station, and I've just pulled in, set myself up to get some gas, and from there, the story tells itself.
We're the Foot family, and we won $1,000 a week for life.
In April 2011, Dwight and Nicole Foote scratched their way to the paycheck of a lifetime in the Indiana lottery. It was a weekly bonus that couldn't have come soon enough for carpenter Dwight and stay-at-home mom Nicole.
For the big win, we were just your typical family, raising 5 kids, trying to get by, living paycheck to paycheck.
Things were tight. Every time you turned around, there was a birthday or a holiday or, something going on,
Sometimes it would come down to paying the bill or choosing to do something for the girls.
Whenever he had some spare cash, Dwight couldn't help but try his luck on the lottery, much to the annoyance of Nicole.
I always kind of feel like anytime someone plays the lottery or gambles, it's throwing money away.
But on April 18th, 2011, Nicole changed her opinion.
How's it going? I come walking in, I see the tickets up at the counter, and I'm looking at which ones catch my eye, and the Lucky for Life ticket struck my eye that day, and so I purchased that ticket. I proceeded out to my truck after I paid for everything and scratched it off, and I seen the number at the end was a matching number at the end of the first line, and I started scratching the prize off, and the big black letters, bold letters that said life underneath it started showing, and so I scratched it off real quick in a hurry to see what it was, and it said I was lucky for life underneath there, and I called my wife.
Calls me crying, and I'm thinking, my gosh, something has happened. And then he finally tells me we did it. He goes, I've done it. He goes, I've set you guys for life. He goes, we just won. And he told me what he won, and I just hung up the phone. I just didn't believe it. I just hung up.
Dwight had scratched his way to $1,000 a week for the next 50 years, or $2.6 million over a lifetime.
My family reacted about the same as I did. They were dumbfounded. The world spun. I couldn't really believe that we had won the money, and I just never thought I'd be thinking about the things I'd be thinking at that point in time right then and there.
Winning the lottery has made things more fun because we can do more things together, whereas before it was always too busy trying to do something here, go to work there.
As soon as the check was deposited, they went shopping.
The day it became available, I went straight out and went car shopping. We only had one vehicle, and it was falling apart. So we went out and got a used van. This is my 2005 Pontiac Montana minivan. I gave a little over $10,000 for this car, which was a little bit cheaper than some of the newer ones, but this one here, I just liked it much better because of all the extras that it had. I love it. It's been the greatest car that I've had, and I just love driving it.
This is my 1996 Chevy Silverado that I purchased after winning the lottery. With a motor that only had 7,000 miles in it, I thought $5,000 was a good deal. This thing will allow me to do anything I want to do in the road or, off the road.
And speaking of off the road, their big win allowed the Foote family to take their first real vacation.
So what was your guys' favorite part of the trip to Florida?
The swimming.
The swimming where?
At the ocean. I got so...
The Footes embarked on an eye-opening trip from Indiana to Florida, seeing sights none of them had experienced before.
They had not been too far out of the state, so actually going on a drive that far was an experience for them.
And while the trip was great fun for the kids, for Indiana native Nicole, it was a revelation.
Seeing the ocean for the first time, for me, was breathtaking. I couldn't believe that I was actually there. Couldn't tell where the sky and the ocean met. It was really very, very beautiful. But to see the look on my girls' face when they got to run out on that beach for the first time, that was amazing. They were just like starstruck. They just thought it was the most awesome thing that they've ever seen in their life.
But the most important lotto bonus for the Footes is being able to afford a step up from a 2-bedroom house they're currently renting.
We're looking to buy a new home so that my girls can have their own bedrooms and have more, space in the house where they can roam without being so close quartered.
Oh, here it is. You ready to go look at it?
Yeah.
This is a nice sized master bedroom. Before the lottery, purchasing our own home was not a thought that ever crossed our minds, but since the lottery has changed our life a little bit,
You found your man cave.
it's exciting to start making a home with our girls that we can call our own. Oh, the dining area is wonderful. We could get everybody in here plus some.
Well, I can say that as far as space goes, from what we have now to this, it's like my house times 3.
This must be the possible bedroom, possible 5th bedroom.
We could definitely make a go of a house this size. Nice to have a house big enough for holiday dinners.
But it's not just the possibility of being able to buy a home and affording vacations and new cars. The win has made a big difference in the day-to-day lives of the Foots.
Life has changed for me since winning this money just by relieving a lot of monetary stress. Dwight's been able to stay home in the evenings. He's been able to come home some days early from work to spend time with us where we could never do that before. He's not having to be as busy in the evenings when he gets home trying to wrestle things up and, make that extra dollar on the side.
Did winning $1,000 a week instantly change my life? Yes, I would have to say so.
Thank you, God, for everything you give us.
Winning $1,000 a week for life takes a lot of the stress of worrying about 5 girls going to college, for sure, and sets everything in a much brighter perspective now in the future.
I do believe that winning this ticket was pure luck, plain and simple. So I believe luck was firmly on his side that day.